there, welcome back to Homeschool in the Holler. Today's video is all about how to legally homeschool in the state of Tennessee. Okay, so option 1 to homeschool your child in Tennessee is to register as an independent homeschooler. You do this by filing a notice of intent with your local school district. You can get that paperwork from your superintendent's office, or you can download it from tn.gov, and that is something that you have to resubmit each year to your school district. You also have to submit proof that your child or children have had their immunizations, or if you have religious or medical exemptions, you have to submit proof of that. To qualify as your child's teacher for this option, you're required to have your GED or your high school diploma, or you're allowed to hire a tutor for your child who has these same qualifications. You have to complete 180 days of school per year and 4 hours of instruction per day, and you're required to submit those attendance records to your local school system each year. Under option 1, your child is required to complete state standardized testing with a local school district in grades 5, 7, and 9, and if your child tests behind in a certain course, you can be required to submit a remedial course that you design with the help of a certified teacher. And if your child tests behind for 2 consecutive years, the superintendent of the school system can require that your child be enrolled in public school or in a private school or an approved church-related school. This option is free. You don't have to pay any fees to your local school district, and it's also important to remember that they're not going to supply you with any books or curriculum or any instructional aids of any kind. Okay, let's move right along to option 2. Option 2 is to enroll your child in a church-related school. A lot of times you hear those referred to as a cover school or an umbrella school. You can find a list of these on tn.gov. They're listed as non-public schools. And once you enroll with one of those cover schools or umbrella schools, you also have to submit immunizations or the necessary exemptions if you have those, and then you just have to comply with their policies. I registered my children with Home Life Academy, another one in this area where I live in East Tennessee. A lot of people use the farm school. So basically, once you're registered with them, you have to have no contact with your local. So you simply submit your attendance and your grades to your cover school by their required deadlines, and you're good to go. And finally, option 3 is to register your child with a Category 3 distance learning school. That sounds like a hurricane, doesn't it? It's Category 3. And these are distance learning programs that are accredited by one of the regional accreditation agencies. There's a list of those agencies on tn.gov, so if you're interested in one of these distance learning Category 3 programs, you need to make sure that they are accredited by one of the agencies that are approved in the state of Tennessee. Just a couple of examples of these real quick. One is Abeka Academy. It's accredited by one of the accepted agencies, and there's also a program called Calvert Academy that's also accredited. And keep in mind that whatever option you choose, you're not locked into it for life. A lot of people choose option 1 up to 4th grade, and then they'll switch to option 2 in 5th grade because they don't want their kid to have to go in to the school system and do the standardized tests. So you're not locked in whichever option you choose. All the information I shared today came from tn.gov and hslda.org, and I will link those below, as well as websites for the umbrella schools that I mentioned. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and thanks for stopping by.